My name is Norma Stanley, and welcome to Disability World. Hello, and welcome to Disability World, where we speak with leaders in the community from all as politics, the community leaders who are making an impact, a impact on the disability community, which is the largest minority population in the. And so, Norma Stanley, and I am so glad to be able to bring you another episode of Disability World today. We have some really amazing guests today, and I'd like to, it's Miss Ego Nduke and Indira Walcott of the organization.
We are happy to be here. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much for having us.
We are doing great.
Well, I appreciate you guys I know how busy you guys are, and I really appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your schedule to sit and talk with me about Another Chance and what your organization is doing in the community. My daughter is one of your constituents, so I want you to tell us about Another Chance. What is it and its purpose?
Okay. Thank you so much for having us. Can you hear?
Tell us who you are. Tell us who you are, what
Yes.
you do.
Okay. Thank you so much. My name is Ego Nduke, and I'm the director for Another Chance. Another Chance is here in Decatur, Georgia. The goal is to help everybody, parents, especially parents, to be able to continue to live their life. Just because you have a child with disability does not mean your life has to pause. So our goal is to make sure you continue to do your job, continue to do your daily activities and the things that you love to do. We are here to help you take care of your loved one, to be able to have them to also integrate in the community, because the community belongs to all of us, disabled or not. Thank you.
And you're the founder and executive director?
Yes, I am. Actually, my husband and I founded Another Chance, but unfortunately he passed in 2012. But by the grace of God, we continue to move on with the mission, which is to integrate everybody in their community and be more independent, able to meet their optimal potential.
Absolutely. And Miss Walcott, what do you do there at Another Chance?
Hi, my name is Indira Walcott, and I am the program manager. And I really basically love for them to have fun. So I should be named CAG manager, activity director of every single party, activity, and everything that's going on here. And of course, I'm also in charge of intakes for new individuals with disabilities. It's a list of things that I do. For the primary thing is for me to make sure that the individuals are safe and that they're having fun and that they're learning new skills that they have never ever learned before. We are here to teach them and help them on their daily living.
Awesome. Well, I've got to tell you that I did some research on day programs, and they call them rehabilitation programs for some reason. But I had to do some research because I was very going to be placing my daughter, and not all of them really excited me. And I just recently learned about the work that you guys do there, and decided to switch over my daughter to be a constituent over at Another Chance, because I love like you said, making sure they have fun, making sure they're stimulated, making sure they're learning new things, because they're continuing to learn. And as my listeners and people who watch the show know, my daughter was born with both intellectual and physical disabilities, but I don't want that to stop her from having the best life possible. She's primarily nonverbal, understands a lot, and she can say a few words. And so we want to expose her to all the wonderful things that life has to offer. And, so being a part of your day program, I've noticed in the last year or so, or, last few months that she's been there, which is almost a year, that she really enjoys the activities. And she looks forward to going there every day. And on the weekends when she's home, she's like so bored. So I love all the different things that you do and how you engage your constituents, and how the kinds of activities you take them on, the group trips that you take them on. They're a different level from used to seeing. What was when you decided this program together? I understand, definitely it helps me, do the work that I have to do, knowing that she's taken care of during the day. But, why is what you're doing so important to families like mine?
It is important because, first and foremost, when you have a child with disability, the chances of people taking advantage of them, we're here to make sure that they're empowered to be able to know the difference between somebody helping you, supporting you, or somebody taking advantage of you. So when we talk about exploitation, it's more frequent and is heavy in this population. So that's one of the reasons we have Another Chance, to give people another chance to be able to defend themselves, be able to advocate for themselves, to be able to say no when it's time to say no, and know the difference between supporting you and taking advantage of you. So absolutely, that's part of the reason Another Chance is in existence.
Awesome. And so, can you tell us about some of the programs that you guys do every year? The ones that you do annually, but just things that you just do, because you always have some on.
So of course, we celebrate every single holiday. It doesn't matter if it's a major holiday or minor. But we are getting ready to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and they're going to have a avocado cook-off. And just because is the color green, they chose to do that. But yearly, starting from January, of course, we have the Martin Luther King birthday celebration. We do that. February, we have Valentine's Day and the Black History Month. In March, of course, we have St. Patrick's Day. April, we're going to have the Egg Glow, and it's going to be at a different location. It's going to be at a church. In May, I got to think about what we're doing in May. So far,
I can tell you what we're doing in May.
We're doing the
We're
brunch.
going to work on doing the brunch.
The
Another
brunch.
Chance.
And what they
Yeah. So the brunch
I'm excited.
So the brunch consists of networking with talking to parents about networking. We help them find resources and for them to come as a community and help one another and get to know each other and build a friendship and a relationship so that they could also help each other. And we give them a lot of information. We have events like speakers on that day. We have music. We have the Another Chance choir that comes and sings on that day. In June, we have our Founders Day. All right, yay! And this year is going to be on June the 19th. And on that day, we celebrate the individuals, and not only them, we invite the community to be aware of this population, because a lot of people are not aware of this population. And at the same time, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of games. And every year we have a theme. So this year our theme is all things summer. So just think about what's all things summer. You're going to have the water stuff going on. We're going to have the bands. We have live DJ, food, of course. We all like that. I'm understanding you mentioned that you are a foodie, so just come with an empty stomach, okay? because you're gonna enjoy everything we have prepared. In July, of course, we celebrate 4th of July. We have to have the little sparkle stuff, safe, of course, safety first. They enjoy that a lot. We have a lot of water activities outside for them. In August, we are having our camp retreat. So individuals are invited to this camp. They could start applying for the camp, from the beginning of the year. So, and it's called the Special Touch Ministry Camp. September, what we got going on in September?
That's okay. I mean, you got a whole year planned, which is a wonderful thing. I actually attended your Founders Day last year, and it was so much fun. And I loved seeing the creativity and the skills that some of the constituents there had. The artwork and things that they were doing that they made themselves. That was very cool to see.
Yes.
And don't forget every last Friday of the month.
Oh yes, so every last Friday of the party, and what that consists of is every individual or member that has had a birthday on that month, they are being celebrated in that month, on that the end of the month party, and that's every last Friday. We also have yes, it is,
because a lot of people do not recognize the staff. A lot of organizations that I've been exposed to, the staff, that's so important for them because they're interacting with these individuals on a daily basis. Correct. And it's not an easy job, and so I think that's
and they play an integral part in the daily service here, because they are the ones that are hands-on when it comes, and they are amazing. They have, and it shows because the individual here every day, we literally have like maybe 98 to 99%. Okay.
Yeah, and we have the DSP, which is our staff. Once a year, we celebrate them. The whole week, we make sure we treat them like they are the kings. Because they know the people we serve more so than we do, because we spend most of the time in the office, ones that are serving and making sure they are safe and independent. Yeah.
And I think it's September when we do like a whole week of celebrating the DSPs. And then also we have our team of nurses that we had Nurses Week as well, celebrate them as well. So we dedicate for Nurses Week for them as well. Yes.
That's awesome. And then you have a end of the year celebration. I mean, you have like you said, a full calendar of activities for the whole year, in addition to the things that y'all doing every day. That you seem to enjoy. And so tell us about
I was going to say one more thing, because our Thanksgiving dinner, because people like you that live with your child, you make sure they celebrate Thanksgiving. But we have some people, Thanksgiving Day, the staff may not even show up for work. So we try to celebrate Thanksgiving a week before the general Thanksgiving, whereby we cater food, we feed everybody to make sure they enjoy Thanksgiving. They dress up like they are going to Thanksgiving with their family, because we are family. So they'll come, we celebrate, we dance. That way, even if they don't have Thanksgiving at home, we know for sure they celebrated Thanksgiving.
That's a beautiful thing. And I attended last year's event. Like I said, I love what you guys do. And I really want to share it with the viewers and the people who would see this, because I think it's a valuable service that is so necessary. I mean, because there are not that many day programs that exist, and some of the ones that do are not up to par, in my opinion. And so I'm very picky. I'm very particular about my child. And so the places I've seen, I was like, oh no, she's not going there. But it's important for parents, and I love the fact that you also have a committee that talks to parents about their rights, talks to the individuals about their rights. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so the human rights, we set it up basically from parents. The chair is one of the parents. She has been the chair from day one when we started it. So their goal is to make sure that we are not really violating anybody's right. Also, there's responsibility. When there's right, there's a responsibility as well. So we want to make sure before individual, because we have really empowered them to know when their right is violated. They will tell you that that's my right. So we also want to make sure that they know their responsibilities. So that's the work that the Human Rights Committee help us to be able to accomplish. But not only that, there are some people here that have 20 medications, 15 doesn't. So the part of what the Human Rights Committee do is, because we also have nursing personnel with the committee, they will review the medication, make sure that they are matched with your diagnosis. Because some people use medication to just make you stay.
Yeah, it kind of keeps them inactive.
So we want to make sure that yes, yeah, because when some people think when they are inactive, your job is easier. No, we want you to be who you are. We want you to just be able to live your life. So the Human Rights Committee will go through the medication. If it does not match with the diagnosis, we contact the doctors and say, hey, this does not match. Most of the time, they will look at it again and take the medication or replace it with something that has a diagnosis. So that's part of what they do to help us to go through that.
That's important. Medication, some people are over medicated and they don't even realize it. And that's typical people. So you can imagine people with disabilities. They have to, sometimes, in my opinion, some of these doctors are too quick to prescribe too many things. And so I'm not that person. I don't take a lot of medication, and I don't allow Sierra to take a whole lot. Only what's absolutely necessary.
Okay. Yes.
But a lot of it comes with education. A lot of it comes with awareness. A lot of it comes with just having interest in wanting to make or help your child or whoever your loved one is have the best life possible. And so I love the fact that that's one of the things that's a big mission, a main mission of what you do at Another Chance. Now tell us, you have different components of Another Chance. You have a foundation. How does that work? You have different elements of the organization.
Okay, so with Another Chance, the profit side of it, we have different departments. We have the what we are talking about is the CAG, which is the Community Access Group. We also have a community access individual, whereby that person is work one-on-one with a staff to take them out in the community by themselves. So we also have a SEI, which is supported employment individual, whereby if somebody say, I want to work, I'm interested in working. So that the staff will be assigned to the person to help them to secure employment, and also to follow up, sure that they understood their position and what is expected, the rules and the regulations. We also have residential, where people they live there 24 hours throughout the year, as long as the family is satisfied and we are satisfied and we are working together. So they stay in the home. Mm-hmm. That is the Another Chance business part. Then we have the nonprofit part of the Another Chance, which is what we recently started. The goal is for us to be able to do the things that we do. So right now we are trying to get a grant to help us, like people want to go on cruise, and we can be able to help them to do that. We do go on cruise. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you are aware of that. So
yes.
There's nothing that said if you have disability, you should not go to cruise.
That's
so
right.
We make sure that we participate in everything that they want to participate. So that's what the other side of the nonprofit is doing for
and
us.
don't you also do some global work, like wheelchairs, and tell us a little bit about your global contributions.
So as you guys, I'm talking about the audience can see that I have an accent. I'm from Nigeria. And here in United States, if you have disability, the chances are you may be able to have and participate in the program. We go to, even if you cannot afford it, the state, the federal, combine the funding to make sure that you'll be able to participate in a program like Another Chance, the program and the other services I have mentioned earlier. But in Nigeria, there's no such a thing. If you have disability, you are on your own. We have so many people that need wheelchair that crawl on the streets. I mean, a grown man, a grown woman, children, they are crawling on the street. So we talked about it, so we decided to collect wheelchair. So people donate wheelchair, it will become our responsibility to ship it to Nigeria and distribute to those that need it. So there's still millions of people with disability that does not have access to something as simple as walker, crutches. They don't have it, wheelchair. So Another Chance Nigeria is helping to just meet that need. We also have a skill acquisition, because most people with disability, they find themselves begging on the street because to provide food, basic need. So we have a skill acquisition. If you say, hey, I'm interested, I have a passion in braiding hair. The hair I'm wearing now is made by somebody with disability. She has no legs, but she can braid with her hand. So she is one of the trainers, the teachers that teaching people how to braid, people that are interested in that. We also have tailoring. As you have worn some of the clothes I bought from them. So they make clothes, take your measurements, size you and make a cloth for you. So they also make shoes. So we train them on those skills. When they graduated, some of the program takes like a year. When they graduated, we're able to help them to set up their own business, tailoring, making shoes, braiding hair. That way they can be financially independent. Again, just because you have disability does not mean you have to beg on the street.
That's right. And that's so important because, the ADA, the American Disabilities Act that we have here, that's here in the U.S. A lot of other countries don't do that. They don't recognize the disability population and provide for them in terms of accessibility and various other things. And that's something that I'm hoping, and this show is seen in other countries. So, we want to make sure that people understand this community and the needs of this community and the fact that they're before the grace of God. We can all, at some point in life, become someone with a disability. We all have some kind of special need, but it's the one community that anybody can join at any time.
Correct.
And so people just tend to not think about that because it's not their reality. But I have a lot of friends and people who have 1 minute they were walking and doing their thing and next minute they're in a wheelchair. Life happens.
Exactly.
And so it's good that people understand what we're both trying to do in our own areas, who this community is, how vital they are, the contributions they are making, and the fact that they deserve to have the best quality of life just like everybody else. And so we just need to be able to, open up the doors so that they can have a chance to be able to another chance to be able to live their lives. And that's what I'm trying to do just by sharing the information that's out there. People who are doing the kind of work you're doing, and the individual areas of expertise that's focused on the disability community. I'm trying to share that information because there's a lot of businesses out there that people don't know about, and the general public in terms of the mainstream media tends not to cover it. They tend not to talk about it because it's not, unless it's a disaster or some kind of terrible thing happening, it never really makes the news. This is what Disability World is all about. There's a lot of positive things happening here in this community that people need to know about. and what you're doing at Another Chance is a lot of that is happening there. And I'm very thankful for you guys, because I can, when I drop Sarah off in the morning when the bus comes to pick her up, and I don't think about her until when she's coming home. I know I know she's in good hands.
Yes,
right.
yes.
So
and we take pride on making sure that when they come here, that they have fun and they feel safe. And like I said, we normally have 99% attendance because they love coming here.
Yeah.
And they will argue with their parents, they will argue with their providers about, coming, not coming, if they don't want to stay home.
They don't.
They want to come here because there's always something going on.
I think Sierra, in January, we were out of town because we were on a cruise. Sierra was not that happy. She had a good time, but I think she would have preferred being with you guys. So it's like, oh well, Sierra, sorry about that.
We had a young lady today that had a doctor's appointment. After the doctor's appointment, she was supposed to go home. She refused to go home.
She wanted to come to the program.
She came to the program after doctor's appointment.
Yeah. Because they feel that they're missing something when they're not here. And they are. Because, there's always something going on. Like, I'm pretty sure you saw that, we had our paint party today.
Yeah.
And then the individual went out to the Battery Museum, I think it was.
The park, over there by the stadium or wherever they play baseball or football, whatever that is. But yeah,
right. So they went out. So I mean, it's something. It's always something going on, and not only that. Sometimes especially the Another Chance Choir, they are invited to go sing at different places. Like for example, last year, they were invited to go sing at the Berean Church. And they did wonderful, and they enjoy those things, and and that's on the weekend and Green Forest. So they enjoy those things, and it doesn't only have to be those when Monday through Friday work-related situation. Is also spending time with them, quality time and time with them on the weekend, the days that we don't work. And they enjoy that as well, and that's because we consider ourselves a family unit. Family unity.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So tell people how they can reach you if they want more information. I told you this conversation goes really quickly, but if they want more information about your organization, tell us about your website and how they can get in touch with you.
Okay, so for the website is www.anotherchancecsi.org, and then phone number .org. And the phone number is 678-518-1823.
Okay, great. That's 678-518-1823.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, I thank you again for being a part of another chance of Disability World today. And I know how busy you are, so I really appreciate you taking a few minutes out and speaking with me today. And keep up the great work. I'm telling everybody, that I know who have children like mine, y'all need to go check out Another Chance. So carefully you'll have to open up another building somewhere, but I don't know if that's in your plans, but that may have to happen soon.
And we really appreciate what you're doing, because somebody we all need to be aware. We all need to know that disability is not immune to anybody. It can happen anytime. Even though we're not really praying for it, but it's a reality. It do happen. So when you take one or take care of somebody with disability, you're taking care of yourself, because you never know how your senior age, what will be, because we are here today, but we don't know what tomorrow will bring. So disability, some people you can hide yours, to some it's obvious, but sometimes I tell people, hey, you may have disability, you just don't want us to know. So a lot of people, more people have disability than we know.
I know, and some people are ashamed of it. But there's really no need to be ashamed of it. But
no.
That's a whole education process too, to self-identify. Which is a whole other show about that, that reality. So
And for those parents of young, for those parents of young children that are still in school, they need to apply for the waiver, the Medicaid waiver early, starting from like middle school. Because if you take too long to apply for the waiver, it's a long waiting list, and they could go to the DBHDD website and go under the waiver program and apply starting from the middle school.
And that's the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities.
Correct.
Yeah, there's a lot, and every state is different because this show actually is aired, across the country and overseas. So every state has its own program, but here in Georgia, that is the name of the organization where the families have to go through to get the services that we need to help our children. So that is a very important component. And so, yes, it's a process. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is help the parents get the information they need. I know that's another one of my missions. And, I have a whole course coming out about that. You'll soon learn about that in a minute. But, it's talking about from birth to adulthood, these are the things that you have to deal with and prepare for, and get ready and make it easier for not only your child, but for yourself.
Yes.
So, but again, thank you. We're at the end of the show, but thank you so much I appreciate you taking the time out. And again, I'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. All right. The best one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Well, that was Miss Ego Nduke and Miss Indira Walcott of Another Chance. And it's a day habilitation program that is all inclusive. They do a lot for people like my daughter. And I love it. So, if you're here in the Metro Atlanta area, in the Decatur area, check them out and see the wonderful things that they're doing. And if you could support them in any way, definitely go to the anotherchance.org and check them out too. Check them out there. So again, thank you for being a part of Disability World today. We look forward to, having some other great guests coming over the next few weeks. And we thank you for joining in today. You be blessed. Until the next time. Bye-bye.